Game Time live at the Roscoe Davies Field. Of course, it's the first national soccer championships for the Bahamas. We got Evan Westerboos from the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture, Sports Unit.
Education, Ministry of Education.
Ministry of Education, Sports Unit. And we got
Carl Lynch.
Carl Lynch, who's from
BFA
the BFA
consultant.
consultant.
Yeah.
Take us through the genesis of this event. Here, what we see got going on. Right now on the field, we got the consolation match between the Queen's College Comets and the C.R. Walker Knights Junior Girls.
Well, the genesis is Mr. Lynch and those from the Bahamas Football Association would have made a presentation with regards to a national championship for high school sports. What has happened is Dr. Daniel Johnson has a series of events, a national series of events, and so they would have made an application on behalf of the BFA. We considered that application. This year is more of a pilot year for us. We're giving some of the funding or helping in some ways. Next year, based on what happens here, we intend to fund the event. So housing, transportation, all of the things that we would have done for track and field, all of the things that we've done for the other sports would also be done for soccer. So it's considered more a pilot.
All right, so Mr. Lynch, how does this event part of the plans and goals that BFA hope to accomplish?
Okay, well, locally, what we want to do is raise the profile of the sport. We have a significant number of schools who participate in the soccer programs, junior and senior, and we wanted to bring their game to the Bahamian public, raise their profile overall. And so this has done that. We've gotten buy-in from the principals, the coaches from the GSSA as well as BISS and GSSA in Freeport. So everybody's excited, the base is excited. Now we just need to take it into the rest of the Family Islands.
All right, take us through the basic setup of this event. How many days, how is it structured, how is it set up and all that kind of thing?
All right, well, we had 3 days of competition. The first day was Monday where we had the qualifiers. Basically, we had the runners-up in the GSSA and BISS play to advance to the semifinals, which was held on Thursday. From there, we got our finalists for today as well as our third place match participants.
All right, so what do you hope to take from this event going forward to make this an annual event?
This is going to be an annual event. We've already started it. It's gone very well. On Friday, we had the soccer showcase where we had coaches come down to view some of our student athletes. There are one or two there, a couple of them actually they're interested in. So this will cause everybody to raise their game. And this will also cause the BFA to raise their game, to go out into the primary schools, expand the game, improve coaching, and start getting those kids in the grassroots areas coming through and participating in sports and hopefully developing better national teams.
So where do you guys hope to have this event in 10 years?
In 10 years, we would like to have this in the new Thomas Robinson Stadium, and we should have 10, 15,000 strong. My vision for it, I'd like to see a Caribbean championship. Now, that's just my vision. I hope nobody take it and run with it. But, all right, if I'm still alive, that's what I'd like to see.
All right, so Evan, back to you. This event, the presentation brought to your table. What's the process to you decide?
The process, it really isn't a decision per se by us. The BFA, through all accounts, can have their formation of a nationals. It's just that what we would like to do is bring them on board with regards to the nationals that the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture through Dr. Johnson's Sports Secretariat is a part of. What happens then is that enables them to get funding. And that funding, remember now, I've done this event for 5 different events. So you would have had volleyball, you would have had track and field, you would have had basketball, okay, and you know the expense and what have you that would have gone into basketball. So what we are inviting them to do is access that funding. But there is a way that funding is accessed. There's a way in terms of branding. And I've been pleased with both Carl, Adam, and especially the president's attitude in that he understands that this is a partnership that we want to create. And when we understand, I think Carl has done it the best. He understands the concept of it being a partnership, and as a team you can accomplish more. So when they work with the sports secretariat, and they work with the Ministry of Education, the Ministry of Sports. There's so many things that accrue to them because we just did this last 2-3 weeks ago for basketball. And so hotel, airfare, all of the discounts and the different things that people get would automatically accrue to them. The Sports Authority, which also sits on the National Sports Secretariat, it'll accrue with them. If they did it by themselves, they would have to pay. They'd have to pay.
So describe soccer in the schools currently, and what does this annual tournament would do to help it grow?
This is going to help soccer. I think, and Carl can bear me out on this. Soccer in the Bahamas has been intertwined with the club system. No problem. We don't have any problem with that. But what we've told the president, what we've told the consultant is, if you infuse this with school teams, what it enables you to do is to get that natural competition that schools have amongst one another. And I'm telling him that they will see benefits from this in years to come because of we've started this, and we just hope that the partnership continues, and we're thankful to Carl, Adam, the rest of the BFA team for us working together as a team, because this is only gonna grow and be a fantastic event.
Mr. Lynch, having putting this program together, what are the plans to get more inclusion from those other family islands who are presently not a part of this event now, to get them included in this event going forward?
That's a good question. So what we need to do now, in partnership with the ministry, is to go out into the family islands, go out into schools, see what the programs are, see how we can help the coaches develop these programs and have natural competition. On those islands where you might not have more than one school, okay, fine, then we set up a qualifying competition for them to enter into to advance to. But moving forward, we are going to expand the number of participants in the nationals, so we'll see more of a national championships.
Well, we know in basketball, baseball, track and field, there are many scholastic opportunities.
Correct.
Speak to those opportunities in soccer, because I can imagine soccer being the number one sport in the world would probably be the number one collegiate opportunistic sport in the world.
Well, I'll tell you, it's very challenging in terms of obtaining scholarships in soccer, and it's getting harder, but the opportunities are there.
Especially for the girls.
Yes, and it was explained to us. We had a college forum where we discussed the recruiting process. We had a very good turnout, and then on Friday at the Combine, we had a number of kids who actually spoke to a couple of the coaches who have some opportunities that the coaches are going to be getting back to them on. So they are interested. I think it's maybe about 4 or 5 of them, three girls, 2 boys, I think it is.
All right, Mr. Lynch, thank you for your time. You have any parting thoughts that you would like to express?
I want to say thank you for covering us, and hopefully in another 10 years, I'm still around. I'll see you at the Thomas A. Robinson Stadium.
All right, you got it, buddy.
Right.
Next 10 years. All right, Feast of Peace coming to you live from the Roscoe Davies Field, the inaugural National Soccer Championship.
Congratulations to Queen's College Comets. Commiserations to C.R. Walker Knights. I have to say, very well played, both teams.
QC Comets are quickly becoming a sports powerhouse in the country. Well, I'm here now with the head coach and some of the young females who've just defeated the C.R. Walker Knights in a penalty match. So that's what I saw. All right, so Coach, how does it feel to be in this first ever national soccer championship?
It feels amazing. It feels amazing. I'm so proud of the girls. It was an extremely tough game. It's the heat is extreme, and to have to play in that, and we had a lot of girls missing, so that's why I'm even prouder of them for working that hard. Did it for them as well. So I didn't have many fresh legs to come on, so the girls who were on, they had to give it everything, and they did. So it was a well-deserved victory.
All right, congratulations
Thank
to you
you.
again. And let me know your feelings as a coach. How does this tournament help these young ladies in their...
It really showcases what they can do. It showcases their talent, because in my eyes, I'm from a soccer background where it's a huge sport. It's the number one sport for girls in the country. It's coming up here, so I'm really happy to see it. And the girls get an opportunity to play in a tournament where the boys play in, where scouts are coming to see, to be able to play in college. And I wish I was 10 years younger so I could have this opportunity. So I'm so happy for them and for all the teams that have come out here today. CR Walker, congratulations, tough game. We played them before. They have improved drastically, so fair play to them too.
I was really excited to be a part of this tournament. We came out, we showed up, we was humble and hungry to win. But this is a great opportunity. I'm really proud of my team. The teams that we competed against, it was amazing. To be able to play with teams from Freeport and hopefully other teams from other islands, it was amazing.
In front of me here there is Asha Colley, Sharon King, Sasha Wallace Whitfield, DeKale Colcash and Erin Spencer, and it's their last official game for QC, so I'd like to say thank you girls, you've been amazing. So
all right, thank you very much and congratulations to you guys. Hope you guys soak this in and enjoy it. Take care. At Game Time Sports, we're here at Roscoe Davies Field. Of course, we're now here with CR Walker, the CR Walker Knights head of the physical education department. Ms. Tia Roll is here with us to speak to us about her school. Guys, if you don't know, CR Walker actually have two teams. They have a double. They have a senior boys team and a senior girls team that made it to the National Soccer Championships. Ms. Roll, how does it feel to see your team accomplish a feat only achieved by Queen's College, which is a private school? Only one of the two teams. They will have two teams here at the National Soccer Championship.
Okay, in the public, we're known as the government private school, so it's a good pleasure to be here. And as Knight, we always rise to the occasion. So when we have an opportunity, once we put in the work, our children usually excel and usually goes to the top.
So take us to the process, because I know you and I spoke off camera, and you were telling me about the summer program, but take me through the process for your team to accomplish, your school to accomplish such an extraordinary feat.
Okay, we were assisted by Coach Dan. He's the preacher, he's the pastor, one of the pastors at St. Andrew's Presbyterian Church, and he through the course of his work in the community, he saw us practicing one day and he came over and asked if he could assist. He assisted the schools in getting us portable goals, because you know that we don't have actually a sporting area, but we use the government, what they call the government ground. And he came over and we started a summer program which starts in June and lasts until but the middle part of August, and there the children was able to obtain skills working with Mr. Coach Dan and Mr. Lewis and some other people from the community. And by that, I think our team, we actually brought in our junior feeder team. So we had children that came from our feeder program from H.O. Nash, along with the students who goes to CR Walker and some community children, and they all got together and they practiced. And like you say, practice makes perfect.
We're here now with Coach Don
Waitman,
Don Waitman, who assists CR Walker with their program. And I thought it was an amazing story with Reverend Don. Of course, he's also the leader of a youth ministry. Coach Don, thank you for your time.
Thanks.
Take us through a little bit of your story.
Yeah, 3 years ago I saw, I was behind CR Walker High School. I saw a group of students being training with one of the other coaches, and it seemed like they needed some help. I was a soccer player through college, and I'd been out of the game for a while, and I walked over and just asked if they needed help with the goalies, because that was what I did in college. And so whenever I was over there, I was warmly welcomed to come out, and so I started coming out, and it wasn't long before I was asked to assist with the girls team as well as the boys team, and also the goalies. And we started working about 2 years ago really hard with them, and they'd already been training with one of the other coaches, Coach Lewis, who had done a great job with them, and just needed some extra hands. And so came along him and Coach Tia, and we just put our heads together and tried to give these kids as many opportunities as possible to play soccer. Out of that came a summer soccer program that we do behind Sierra Walker High School on the community field, and so the kids started playing throughout the summers, the last 3 summers actually, and developing skills, developing a passion for the game. A number of them went from just playing high school soccer to playing club. I don't know the exact number, but we have upwards of I think 15 to 17 between the boys and girls team playing club. 3 years ago there was maybe 2 or 3, and so we saw that as a real goal to push them to the next level as well and give them more opportunity to play. And the kids are really the story here, because we came alongside them. They wanted to play, and they took advantage of the doors that were open for them. And they joined club teams. They came to practice faithfully for the last 3 years. They live, breathe soccer. We've got maybe 7 of them in a refereeing program now with the BFA, and they're refereeing games when they're not playing, and just getting tremendous exposure through the game, and also develop themselves as leaders and character. I believe firmly sports builds character. And that was my experience growing up. Sports formed me into who I am. It helped me to learn the hard lessons, and also helped me to build myself up into hopefully a more respectable young man than I would have been. And so we really just try to use sports as a way to engage kids and help them to develop character on and off the field. And we talk a lot about that. It's about character on the field. It's about character off the field. And if they can do it on the field, they can do it off the field as well.
What are your takeaways from this tournament, and how do you think they can make it better going forward?
Yeah, well, this is a big step for us. So our boys and our girls Sierra Walker Knights both won the government school championship, and so up until this year we've won in the past, but the last few years we made it to the semifinals. So we took a step, and then right now our girls just played in the 3rd place game, and the boys are playing right now and they're winning. And so we're just going to keep building on that in terms of trying to be more successful. But in terms of the students and the youth, our goal is to just get more kids into the program. We don't just think of it as a team. We don't just think about it as an opportunity to put up wins and losses, but really a program to feed kids into what we're doing so that they could benefit. So our hope is more kids involved. We try to carry a large roster. We try to have a training squad in addition to that. And so just exposing more kids and hoping other schools are going to do the same. Our youth organization has an eye to help others as well. We aren't just for one high school, and so we'd like to see some of the good things we're doing with one high school maybe expand to some others as well.
Well, I know you're probably a non-profit organization, and so you depend heavily on funding.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody's maybe listening or seeing this interview and they want to be a part of your program, how do they do it?
The easiest way to do it is to go to our website, www.bahamasyouth.network.org. There's a giving page, and they could get all the specifics for how to make a donation, either by a direct deposit to a bank or writing a check and putting it in the mail. So we'd appreciate any more assistance we can get.
All right, Coach Don, thank you very much, and congratulations.
Thank you.
And welcome back to Game Time Sports. I have the distinct pleasure of interviewing the female coach of St. Augustine's College, yes, the Big Red Machine, my alma mater, the coach, Daria Adderley, coach of the female soccer team. Daria, it's been a tremendous run for you, considering that you didn't make it to the private school championships, and today you're in the national championships. Tell us how that happened.
Well, we were actually invited by the Bahamas Football Association to participate, because the runners-up, St. Andrews, they weren't able to participate, so the next team was St. Augustine's, and I jumped at the opportunity to actually make sure that my girls redeemed ourselves, and we are now here playing for the championship.
And that's a wonderful feat. Tell me, what's the makeup of your team? Is it a young team, or is it a veteran team, I should say, for high school?
Well, it's veteran, because these girls have been playing together for about 5 years. They were playing together as juniors, and now they're seniors. I have only 2 girls who are seniors who are graduating. The rest are grade 12 and grade 10 year students.
So you're looking forward to better things next year?
Oh, definitely. I'm looking for an exceptional team next year. I have juniors that are moving up that are very talented as well. They've been in the program for at least 3 years as well. So next year we should be very competitive in both leagues.
When I went to St. Augustine's, girls didn't play soccer, they played field hockey. How has, or better still, let's say football, how has football grown in the private school area, the private schools, and particularly in St. Augustine's?
Well, when I came, like you said, when I was actually at St. Augustine's College, I played field hockey and netball. And so when I came, the soccer in the country was just developing and growing. So then I was instrumental in bringing it to St. Augustine's as a former national coach for the BFA at the youth programs. I said, okay, well, this is something, and you can see an avenue to get the kids off to college and playing soccer. So I said we need to get going and we need to jump on board with this, and it's been very successful thus far.
Now, this is a delicate question. When growing up and playing soccer, not very many indigenous Bahamian kids played soccer. A lot of Haitian, Jamaican, even in some instances, my team was an African player. How was your makeup of your team?
Totally Bahamian.
All Bahamian.
All Bahamian.
Which is tremendous, because you'd want to see soccer grow in the Bahamas, considering that FIFA has put a lot of money into soccer here.
That's correct, yes.
And we hope that it can grow. And looking at what's coming to the Bahamas next year in the World Beach Soccer Championships,
yes.
Is there an avenue for high school beach soccer?
I think there is, because in the, I think there's also Commonwealth Games here in the Bahamas next year, as well as they are actually having an exhibition beach soccer in Commonwealth, and you need 18 and unders for that.
Okay.
So that's an avenue for our young boys to actually participate. We actually have young boys playing beach soccer now, and we have 2 clubs actually that have beach soccer, elite and quality beach soccer. And I think, yes, the avenue is there. It's going to be growing. I think the Bahamas needs to get into all beach sports. And also in San Francisco next year, there is World Beach Games for all the sports that play beach soccer, like beach sports.
And considering we sell sand and sea,
Yes.
we should be getting into it.
Oh, definitely. I think that's an avenue, like I said. And also one of my colleagues, Javon Saunders, says that he noticed on a website in some of the universities, they actually have women's beach volleyball as a sport in some of their schools.
So let me ask you one now. Lucaya International School, that's who you're playing in the championships. What do you know of them, and what can we expect from them?
Well, I know they're actually a pretty decent soccer team. I've watched them play. I've also had players who are on the national team, on national program on that team as well. So I know they're going to be very competitive. But I think that this is going to be a very good game. It's going to be very exciting. So we just have to step up to the plate, and we need to finish our goals. And I think it should be very competitive. So hopefully the end result will be a very good, positive one for us.
And just to take a little bit away from soccer, what other sports is left for high school for the rest of the school year?
Right now in BASS, we are actually into volleyball. That's the last sport, volleyball.
Are you coaching volleyball?
No, I'm not.
Okay. It's such a pleasure to talk to you. One of the things I've always said about St. Augustine's is that its students come back and give back to the school. And you are an alumni of St. Augustine's. How hard was it for you to come to teach at St. Augustine's?
It wasn't that hard. When my father, the late Mr. Adderley, Deacon Leviticus Adderley, when he asked me, I jumped at the opportunity because, I love being a member of the staff. I love St. Augustine's College. I think when I was born, I think that was my ultimate call to go back to school, to teach there and to give back what I learned and what I got from as a student there. The love of the school, the staff, and just what the school actually stood for brought me back to the school, and I wanted to make sure that the kids there experience the same thing.
I was going to allude to who you were, but I was so glad that you brought it up. Your father was a mentor to me. As far as I'm concerned, if the only Bahamian saint that if possible, that we can have. And he always put sports and academics together, and always insists that in order to be a good sportsman, you have to have good academics. And being a good academia, sports helps you develop discipline.
Yes.
So it's such a pleasure talking to you, and I wish you best. And we look forward to talking to you after the game with a championship trophy in your hand.
Thank you very much. I think so. I think we're looking forward to a great game. So hopefully you all will enjoy it as well.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And welcome back to Game Time Sports. We're here with the third place finishers of the Bahamas Nationals High School Soccer Championship. This is Jack Haywood. And we're here with Coach Nab. Coach Nab, tell us, how was it to get here?
I got to give the credit all to these boys, because in September they wanted to come. They came to me and said, Coach, we really want to get better. We want to improve our skills. And so they've been working since September. So it's really credit to them, credit to the Grand Bahama soccer community, who a lot of them work with Coach Jake and all the other guys, and so Coach Donnie and Mary. So it's really a team effort, and it really I could put on the boys. They really did a good job.
Well, it was a tough game, and it came down to penalty shots. And the hero for Sir Jack Haywood, well, we could call the keeper the hero because he made some great saves. Tell us about how you felt. The pressure, was it a lot of pressure, or were you feeling relaxed?
Yeah, it was a lot of pressure, but I had to feed them one way so they send the ball the next way, and just waiting, just do my thing.
You did a good job. You had some key saves.
Yes, sir.
Feels good?
Yes, sir.
As a former keeper, I know the feeling. Well, it came down to sudden death penalty. And Tyler, you did the job. How you feel?
I feel great. If it wasn't for my teams believing in me, I don't think I would have hit that goal. So I got to give it out to all of my teammates right here. I just thank God that I have these guys. Without these guys, I wouldn't be here right now.
How many of you are seniors?
No, not even all. Grade 12, like 4.
5 grade 12ers? So the rest of you guys will be back for another championship?
Yes, sir. We'll be coming back to win.
And the challenge for the national championship next year?
Yes, sir. First,
let's hear it for the Sir Jack Haywood.
Wildcats!
Thank you very much. We're here with Peter Wilson, long-time Bahamian soccer coach, national team coach, and the St. Andrews Hurricanes, which is the private school champions coach, and you're here for the national championships. How's it feel to be here?
Well, it's very good. I'm very impressed with the organisation this year. This is an innovation between the Ministry of Youth and Sports and the BFA, and this is definitely an upgrade. We're senior champions, won 10 of the last 16 championships. I expect a tough test today. We've beaten them in the regular season and in the championship game, but I think this will be a very close game. Our main coach, Yorgo Coyle, he's away in Canada this week, so I'm filling in now. Hey, well, it'll be a good game.
What do you expect from your players? A lot of goals or a lot of defense?
I expect 100% effort in every game from my players. Commitment, determination, controlled aggression, allied to the technical skill, will get us over the line.
Is this a relatively young team, or are these a lot of 12th graders?
No, I've got a young team. I've always have a young team. Probably I've got 5 of the starters leaving this year, but we've got we've got a competitive program.
So we're expecting championship today.
I am expecting the championship today, yeah.
Well, we look forward to talking to you after the game then. Thanks for this quick interview, and we'll talk right after the game because I know you need to get your team warmed up and ready.
Thanks very much. Thank you.
And welcome back to Game Time Sports. We're here now with the QC Comets senior boys coach, Mr. Philip Haven. Welcome to Game Time Sports, Philip.
Thanks, Earl. Glad to be here.
Now we have a connection here. We're Chippingham boys who grew up together, but I have to ask you the ultimate question. How does a Bahamas Academy man end up coaching Queen's College team?
Well, my daughter goes to Queen's College. I've been away from soccer for like 16 years and I wanted to get back. So I convinced my brother Lionel to do it, and I figured I would sort of get my feet wet underneath him. Lionel, of course, is down as the coach of QC, but he had to go away because his daughter is graduating on the weekend. That's why I had to fill in. But it's a good way to get your feet wet. It's a good group of guys. Affiliation is basically through my daughter.
Okay, so you're the runner-ups for the private school championships. How do you feel about the game today and going back at St. Andrews?
Well, this is going to be our 3rd time at them. They beat us in the regular season. We had a couple of defensive breakdown, and they beat us in the championship. We were getting beat 1-0 late in the game. The score does not reflect how evenly played the game was, but we decided to push everybody forward in the last-ditch effort in order to try and get that tying goal when they beat us 2-0. So we feel pretty good. We got a good bunch of guys. St. Andrews have a good bunch of guys. I think this is going to be an excellent game. I still believe that if we play the type of ball that we're capable of playing, it has to be more or less picture perfect. Nobody make mistakes. There were a couple of mistakes that sort of allowed them to get the upper hand on us in the last 2 games. We play a perfect game. I think, hopefully the result should be a little bit better.
Is this a young QC team in terms of grades and any 12th graders, or is this a 12th grade heavy team?
It's a 12th grade heavy team. There are only about 3, maybe 4 players that will be returning next year. But the majority of the players are in grade 12, so it's a 12th grade heavy team.
So you feel pretty confident about the game today?
Feel pretty confident. It's now up to the guys. I told them just before I came over here that, technically my job with them is done. It's now up to them. They need to go out and execute the way they know how to, and hopefully, like I said earlier, we get a different result.
Well, thanks for joining us, Philip, and hopefully we'll have another interview with you afterwards, where we will be talking to the winners.
Hopefully.
Thank you very much. Thank you for joining us at Game Time Sports. And welcome back to Game Time Sports. This is an exceptional interview for me, being a soccer myself, to interview the high school national soccer champions, the Big Red Machine St. Augustine. Sockers! You know! Coach, tell me about it. How does it feel to be national champions?
It's an amazing and awesome experience. I feel very privileged to have coached these young ladies, and now we are national champions.
I watch you up and down, animated up and down that side. And what's that feeling?
I mean, I can't really say how it felt, but I mean, you saw how it felt. You saw me. I was I'm very animated. But once again, these girls stepped to the challenge. Eden came in, she played very well in clinch time. She gave us the only goal. So once again, I don't know, I mean, it's an amazing job, and we are national champions.
Well, I want to talk to Lionel Messi. I mean, Eden the Cox. That was an awesome, awesome goal. Tell me about it. Tell me how did it get to your foot? How did it feel to put that goal in?
Okay, well, it came from a free kick. Ashley, she fell down, and I just knew I had to put it in because we had to win.
That was an awesome goal. How does it feel to be champions?
It feels great because I've been to SOC for almost 6 years now, and we've never won anything in soccer, and this is the first time, and it feels good to finally win something.
Well, I want to dedicate the song to y'all, a song by Bob Marley called Redemption Song, because this is great redemption. Coach, I understand you only have 3 12th graders this year, so you're looking to repeat next year?
Of course, definitely, most definitely. As you can see, most of the girls are returning, and I have some really strong juniors moving up. So therefore, the national champions, we'll be national champions for years to come.
Wonderful. It's so good to see you in Augustine College win another championships. It's easy to win and it's hard to lose, but it's a great feeling to win. This is Earl Thompson for Game Time Sports from the National High School Girls Champion, Soccer's Big Red Machine. Hi, welcome back to Game Time Sports. We're here with the National High School Girls runner-ups coach, Nigel Kirkby. I did well?
That's right, you got it right, yeah.
From Lucaya International School. Right. Tough loss.
Yeah, it was. The girls were really up for the game today, and we came up against a very strong SAC side who didn't leave us any space. So we persevered and we passed the ball around, but in the end, it always seemed to look like the first team who could get a goal would win the game, and unfortunately they found the back of the net before we did.
I saw a lot of your girls who were really, really down and out. What did you say to them to try to lift their spirits?
It's part and parcel of playing sports. You know, you can play your hardest and sometimes it just doesn't go your way. They were really, really upset because they really, really are very passionate about this game and they really wanted to come to Nassau and play their best. I think they did. I think they did a fantastic job. I'm trying to tell them they worked hard, they put their full effort in, but today was not their day, and kudos goes to the SAC players.
Is this a young team or you have a lot of 12th graders?
Yeah, we've got 2 12th graders in this group, but the rest I've got 7 9th graders in my squad. So we've got a lot of potential going forward, and I've got a very large middle school squad coming up, so I'm looking to develop over the years.
So looking to see Lucaya International School back here next year?
We're looking to be here every year.
Coach, thanks for taking time out. Sorry for your loss, but really, you did well. Your team played well. I thought you had in terms of skills, a better team, but I think the athleticism of St. Augustine's prevailed.
Yeah, I think it's one thing we're definitely going to start working on. And our high school only has 100 students in it, so we only got a few children who come out and play sport. So when you look on those basis, you know, with 50 girls and split that, we got 25 girls in our senior girls bracket. I think they did a really good job, and we're going to work on their fitness to bring us up to the level we need to be.
Okay. We will look forward to seeing you next year. Thanks and good luck. Welcome back to Game Time Sports. We're here with the National High School Boys Soccer Champions, QC, it's hard to say that, QC Comets. Coach Philip Haven and Captain Jaime Thompson. Coach Haven, I saw them get you with the Gatorade bucket.
Yeah, I can get them for that. Next practice we have, they can run plenty laps.
How's it feel?
Feels great. These guys went through a lot of ups and downs this year, especially having lost the championship to the same team. And I think there isn't a sweeter feeling right now than what these guys going through than retribution. They played well. They put 2 in early, and then we were able to hold them off at the end. They did a fantastic job.
Jaime, I told the SAC girls I had a special song for them, and I guess you all can share this song. Redemption song. A lot of redemption. You lost to St. Andrews twice this year in regular season and the private school championship. How does it feel to come at the nationals and take it out?
You know, it's overwhelming. At the beginning of the season, in an earlier interview, I told them that we'd show them what we're made of. We've trained hard, worked hard, played hard. We showed them exactly what we're made of, and we're Comets. We soar. We do our best.
So you graduate this year. What are your plans for next year?
College, I'm looking to play Division II in college. I'm not sure exactly where, but I have a few offers.
Wonderful. So we're champions.
Yes, long, hard road. These guys put in a lot of effort. After we lost the BAISS championship, they did a lot of running the 2 weeks in between. A lot of running, a lot of preparation. It's nice to see it all pay off in the end.
Excellent. This is Game Time Sports saying congratulations to the QC Comets, National High School Boys Soccer Champions. Good day.